Hi, my name is Joey San. So today I'm going to share about the new launch pricing across the whole Singapore. Because if you are house hunting right now, you are probably wondering what exactly can you buy under 1.6 million, or if you have a 2 million budget, what exactly a 2 million can get you. Let's break down the new launch market today across Singapore so that you know what's realistic when we go to the show flat. I know there may be some resale options available at the same price range because these also depends on your objective of buying a property. So in this video, we are just going to focus on the new launch pricing. Alright, so that is a direct from developer sales. So that's today's topic. So why is this important? Why do I want to go through this with you? It's because actually if you are the first time viewing properties, and then the biggest problem is actually the clarity. So do you know what are the prices in the other areas are asking for? So most people usually would like to see multiple show flats before deciding. But if you do not know what are the island-wide ranges, right? If some good properties with good pricing come to you at the first time that you are looking at property, then you may risk missing the opportunity. So this is very important. So today I'm going to put it side by side, the OCR, RCR and CCR properties side by side. So you'll be able to get a clear benchmark for your budget. So come, let's take a look at this. Under 1.6 million property, what can you get? I break down this in the OCR. So because I search for 2-bed 1-bath in the whole Singapore, 2-bed 1-bath, under 1.6 million, there's actually no stock. Alright, so this is OCR area. OCR meaning, the outside central region. Because we are divided into 3 regions. We have the core central region, which is in the middle. Then the RCR, which is near the city fringe, and then we have the OCR, which is the outside central region. So in the outside central region, under 1.6 million, we have Cassia, Canberra Crescents, then we have the Shorefront, Lake Garden, and also the Mist. So this is the number of units that's available under 1.6 million. The price range starting from a 1.5 plus. So recently, Canberra Crescent is one of the lowest in pricing. Starting from 1.3 plus, you can get a 2-bed 2-bath. So the prices there are quite attractive. But then again, it also depends on are you okay with the location and what are your objective of buying this property. So this will be very customized. Okay, it will be according to what you are looking at, right? So in the RCR area, we have the Rent and also Sims View. So these are in the Kampong Java area, and then this is actually close to the Geylang area. So that's District 14. Alright, so these are all freehold. Prices of 1.5 plus, you can get a 2-bed 2-bath, right? So these are small developments. So sometimes when we buy into a property, we also want to see whether it's a big development or a small development. Is it a freehold or a leasehold, or where is the location? Is it near MRT and all this? So these are the factors that we will need to look at. So under 1.6 million, if you want to open up to more choices, it's actually 1 bedroom and 1 plus study in all the regions. We have because sometimes if we are looking at this property, if let's say the property location is a bit further away, I would rather go for a slightly smaller one in the central area if you are looking for rental yield, because definitely in the central area, the rental yield will be better. For example, over here, we have some in there's CCR projects here. CCR, the Hill House, Robertson and Opus, Upper House, and then we have OUE, Twin Peak, Midtown Bay. But according to all this, we will also look at which one is the better choice in terms of the lease tenure, or how old is the property already, and location near MRT or not, We have Lentoria, Grand Diamond, Continuum, all these developments, we still have the 1 bedroom and 1 plus study over there. Promenade Peak, alright, then we have the Arena East. So actually among all these, my top pick may be Promenade Peak over here, because this one is at the District 3 next to the Great World City area. So in terms of renting out, it may be easier to rent out compared with somewhere further away. Okay, so it really depends on what you're looking at. Then we also have Union Square Residence. Then we have Hill House, 8 at BT, Upper House. Tembusu Grand, we still do have the smaller 1 bedroom. And then we have the Ori and also Emerald Katong 1 last unit over here. So this is what you can get for a 1 bedroom 1 plus study under 1.5 million. So the lowest price is over here. But 1.3 plus, 1.4, you can get a unit, but 1 bedroom or 1 plus study. So over here, let's take a look. Like if you are looking at a 1.6 million property, right? We also want to know what is the down payment and also what is the ultimate installment that you are looking at. So let's say based on a 40-year-old person, 75% LTV, loan to value, and let's say based on the 2% interest, my down payment will be 5% will be cash, 80,000, and then 15%, 240,000, plus the stamp duty, plus this 5% because the down payment will be 25% plus stamp duty. So a total of 449,000. So TOP, we want to know on TOP what is the installment is because TOP is the time where you can get your key, and that is also the time where you can start to rent out your property already. So this is 4,000 installment when TOP, and 1 year of around approximately 1 year later when the condo achieves CSC, then will be 5,000. Right, so this is for a 1.6 million property, a 40-year-old, that means a 25-year loan tenure property loan. Okay, so let's say if you are looking at a 2-bed 1-bath, because just now we mentioned over here 2-bed 1-bath, there's no stock under 1.6 million, but above 1.6 million we do have some properties. So under 2-bed 1-bath above 1.6 million, we have Arena East, then we have the Collective at 1 Sophia Grange, 1866 Rendama ABT, Hillock Green and River Green. So the lowest pricing, because these are all the starting from, will be 1.7 plus, 1.6 plus. So based on all these, right, my top choice, top pick is also like River Green because it is also near the Great Wall City where a lot of expats, they like that place. So it will be easier to rent out also. So that is if you are looking for just rental yield, looking to rent out for a longer term. Alright, so we have like 1.78, 1.69. This is Hillock Green in Lentor area. So this is my 2-bed 1-bath. Okay, so the 2-bed 1-bath, higher units available, right? Higher pricing. We have already hit like 2.1 million range asking price. Okay, so these are the asking that's in the market right now. Because sometimes when we want to buy into a property, we also want to know with the same amount of money, what other options can we get? Like for example, if let's say I want to buy a 2-bedroom, I want to get a 2-bed 2-bath. Actually, I don't have much choice. The choices are all like in the OCR area, and these are the choices. Alright, so over here I have the 2-bed 1-bath. Okay, then we have the 2-bed 2-bath across the island. The starting price is actually around here. So this one. So you see this lowest, right, is actually the Canberra Crescent. Canberra Crescent is actually in the whole of Singapore, right? As of now, 22nd of August is actually the cheapest available in the whole market right now, 1.335. Then we have like this one is in the Kampong Java area, 1.6 million. Then we have the Kun Sing House. You notice all these are more of the smaller developments, 1.8 million. Magna House 1.9 million, then we have the Shorefront 1.5 million. So this is the 2-bed 2-bath. So generally if you want a better location, it will hit about 2 million range already. So One Marina Gardens, we have quite a fair bit of choices over there, right? So those are around 2 million range. And then we also have like Chuan Park area. Chuan Park, we have 48 units over there, around 2 million range up, right? You'll be able to get a 2-bedroom 2-bathroom. And some of them with the study area. Alright, so Lentor area 1.6 plus or 1.8 plus for Lentor area, and then Cassia is 1.5, but the area not so much of a near MRT, so it really depends on, but some people they do like the area, so it really depends on your needs. Alright, so this is what we have for the 2-bed 2-bath across the island. Okay, so what's under 2 million, right? It's actually we want to sort, like we want to use 2 million to buy the biggest possible unit. So like a 3-bedroom, we want to find like 3-bedroom under 2 million, but I only have like Shorefront, again Canberra Crescent, Auto Place, Artisan 8. So Auto Place is actually an EC. So EC not everyone can buy. It's only based on like family nucleus and Singapore citizens and all these, a few criteria that you need to fulfill. Then Artisan 8, there's only one unit at 1.989. So this one, they just did a placement yesterday. So some of the units are sold already. So the cheapest is still Canberra Crescent for now. So congratulations to those buyers who actually bought the recent launch in Springleaf Residence because they are able to get a 3-bedroom under 2 million. Proper size 3-bedroom, 797 square feet, dumbbell layout kind. So those are the proper size 3-bedroom. and seldom you can find like 1.6 plus, because lowest price was 1.6 plus and then it goes up to 1.7 plus. So those are very good pricing, where in the next few launches we may not see all this already, because most of the launches are closer to the central area. Alright, so what you can get for under 2 million. So this is actually an example for Canberra residents. So this is my 797 square feet 3-bedroom. You can get it at 1.5 million. So which is a very good pricing over here. You walk in, then we have a kitchen L shape like this. If you want it enclosed, you can build an island over here and build a sliding door to enclose that if you want. Then we have the living dining balcony, and then we have bedroom 3 with an attached bathroom, because this is a common bathroom with Jack and Jill door. Then bedroom 2, and then a master room and a master bathroom. So very compact size, 797 square feet. Clear cut layout also, efficiently spaced. Right, so the other one will be Artisan 8, which is only one unit, under 2 million if you want to buy a 3-bedroom. Right, so we have this Artisan 8850 square feet. Right, walking in, then we have the washer dryer area. Then we have the kitchen, open concept, living dining area, then 1 bedroom, common bathroom, then the bedroom 2, and also the master and master bathroom. So then again, we also want to look at like what are the options available. If let's say your price range that you're looking at is 2 million and max is 2 million already, then we will take out all the units that are available at 2 million. Then we compare the floor plan, location and all this and see which one is the best fit for you. So this will be how much 2 million property down payment and installment that we need to have. So based on the same criteria, 40-year-old, 75% LTV, and then 2% interest rates. Alright, based on the 2 million property, down payment inclusive of stamp duty will be 569,000. So because a lot of people, because today we are more focused on new launch, so new launch is actually going via progressive payment according to the construction of the property. So usually we will only pay the 5%, and then within 8 weeks is this 15%. Then before 1 week earlier is like the stamp duty. Then this foundation will be according to at the construction stage. So most of the time, for example, the recent spring leaf, right? So this is only caught in Q4 2025. So this has not been paid yet. So currently all the buyers, they will be just paying until this portion over here, which is 469. Okay, so the total down payment inclusive of the 5% over here will be 569 for a 2 million property. Then you will be paid progressively. So let's say for example here the bank will pay 100,000 and then your installment will be 424 per month. Then slowly it will increase to 1,002. Then slowly it will increase all the way until TOP. That is your installment at $5,086. Alright, $5,086 is based on 40-year-old, a 25-year-old loan tenure, right? And then CSC will be 6,358 already. So you can actually stretch your loan tenure, or you can refinance, interest rates different and all this to lower down your installment. So next will be a 2 million to a 2.5 million property. Right, if you want to get a proper size 3-bedroom with yard, or 3-bedroom with maybe a storeroom for your helper and all this, right? So we do have like quite a good choice available. So here we have the Sora, we have like Lentoria, Terra Hill, we have Chuan Park, Springleaf, we have another last 3 units at this pricing. Lake Garden Residence, then we have Marina 1, only 1 unit, and also Bloomsbury, Canberra Residence, and then a few at the D23, the Hillview area. Actually over here my top pick, right, may be the Bloomsbury, because this is located in the RCR area, and then you can actually get a 3-bedroom from 2.192, which is actually quite a good pricing, because you look at the rest, right, there are also units that are going to minimally about 2.3, 2.4 million for a 3-bedroom, right? So what you can get for this Bloomsbury, for example, right, it's actually a 3+ study, 904 square feet. 904 square feet. In fact, it may seem like a small size because of the number 904, but this is actually a harmonized project. So harmonized project, that means the aircon ledge, right, is not counted in your space. This is non-strata. So your 904 is solely all your interior space over here, and they have like clear cut and functional layout, room size like 9 square meter range. So these are all very functional and efficient space. Plus over here they have a small study area. You can also do it as a storeroom, a storage area. plus the window in the kitchen, right? So living, dining, balcony, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms with 1 small study, right? So this little walkway over here will have some privacy, so when someone is standing outside, they can't look directly all the way into your unit. So you have a privacy for this, and actually this is a level 10 unit and going for 2.192, which is I think a pretty good price, pretty good quantum for a 3 bedroom, because 3 bedroom 904 square feet, but only thing is it's not too near the MRT. One thing good about this development is that there is also adjacent parcel effect, you know, because there are new lands coming up in the area. Next will be the Sora. Alright, under 2.5 million, what are the 3 bedrooms available? Alright, I have this 936 square feet going in the kitchen. It's a semi-enclosed kitchen, living, dining, balcony, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Plus 1 flexi room, so which is a very good layout as well, because sometimes for a 3 bedroom compact there may be family who have a helper or they want a storeroom. So this flexi room, which is the flexible room, so you can actually convert it into like a storeroom or a helper's room. Yeah, so and this will be just be going for 2.136 million. This is a ground floor unit. Alright, let me see how many units are there. Sora, I have 36 units, about 2.1 to 2.3 range. Highest is 2.495, depending on the size, because we do have quite a big range of 3 bedrooms over there. Okay, so these are some of my top picks over here. Right, so 4 bedroom under 2.5 million, right? Is actually Canberra residence again, because as I mentioned earlier in my video, Canberra Crescent residence is actually one of the cheapest in the market right now. So a 4 bedroom, you can get it at 2.1 something million, where 2.1 something million is actually a 3 bedroom prices, or maybe a 2 bedroom price in the RCR area. So if you go towards OCR further away, you can actually get a 4 bedroom. So we have the Springleaf, one last unit under 2.5 million. So this is actually a low floor unit over here. Right, Springleaf is actually the sales was very well done on that day, on the 16th of August, because the pricing is very attractive, really. Because with the same amount of pricing, you really cannot get another same size unit in another area. So probably this area, for example, if you buy in at 1.7 million, for example, you can get a 3 bedroom in Springleaf. But in the other area, probably it's just a 2 bedroom, and it may not be near MRT. For Springleaf, it's near MRT, right? Walking distance to MRT. So this is 4 bedroom prices in the OCR area. So OCR again means outside central region. So I have all these units available, right? So more of the units will be like Norwood brand. This is in Woodlands. Then again Canberra. Then we have the Sora. More of the units, Hugh Haven, then Parktown, and also Alta. So the price range for the 4 bedroom, right, will be minimally 2.8 million to like 3.5, 5.1 million, that range. So this is actually the 4 bedroom prices in the OCR area. So over here, the RCR will be 2.6 to 3 million, 4 million, 5 million range. So as you get closer to the central, definitely the price will be much higher, right? So let's take a look at how much, if you are basing on the 2.5 million, what would be the down payments and the installments. So again, we base on a 40-year-old, 75% LTV and 2% interest rate. The total 25% plus stamp duty will be 719,000, right? Then the installment for TOP will be 6,003, CSC will be 794. So over here, we want to know is that because 2.5 million usually is people buying for own stay and a larger quantum, right? So let's say if today maybe you want to wait a little bit more and see if like we can see something better deals later on, you know. And then let's say if you wait for another 5 years, based on a 45-year-old, right? We change only the year to 45. Your down payment and everything is still the same, 2.5 million down payment, everything is still the same, but the installment will increase to 7,500 and 9,004 already upon CSC. So that's about a 1,500 difference compared with your 40-year-old. So every year it increased $300. So for 5 years it's 1,500. And maybe at 5 years later, this 2.5 million will be smaller unit already. So it's better that if you see something, you need to know all the prices in the market, how are the property prices going in the market, and let's say if a new development comes out, the pricing not bad, then we can actually seriously look into it. So this is an example of a 4-bedroom floor plan, which I think is a pretty good price. This is in Hill Haven, right? So this one, when you come in, we have a DB area, quite spacious. And then we have this dry kitchen over here. There's a door that leads to the wet kitchen area, the WC and a store at the back. And when you walk in over here, you can see a very large living and dining. It's a landscape layout, about 5.8 meters wide. So this is a very nice layout. And then we have a junior master with a junior bathroom attached, right? And then bedroom 2, the master and a master bathroom. And then the bedroom 3 with and another attached to the common bathroom over here. And this unit is asking for 2.688, which is a very good pricing for a 1378 square feet. So for Hill Haven is also near MRT, and there's a future land plot in that area, so the adjacent parcel effect, right? So that's near the downtown line of Hillview Station. And next one will be the Springleaf Residence. Springleaf, this is the lower floor units, so only left with a few units around this pricing, 2.5 million. So they have pretty good layouts in the Springleaf, right? So over here, walk in, and then they have the bath powder room on this side, because in the area is near the nature. So near the nature, so maybe you will have your pet dogs, all these, right? Then when they come back home, they can go and wash their legs before they come in, right? So then we have the dry kitchen, and then the wet kitchen, and then the household shelter we can use as a maid's room. So living dining, a very nice longish shaped portrait layout. The good thing is also this width over here is 3.2 meters apart, which is a very good size. Because most of the time, for example, the previous launch by the same developer, right, in the Lentor area, the exact kind of size 1227 square feet 4-bedroom is actually a 3 meters width. So this one they actually did better, 3.2 meters. And then we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom with attached bathroom over here for the common. So this is a very nice and functional layout, and again this is a harmonized project. So 1227 square feet is solely your interior space, including your balcony. So the aircon latch is not provided. So these are some of my top picks. Those that I put in the floor plans one are some of the top picks that you can explore a little bit, right? So why do we want to know all these, right? Because we want to know what are the prices in the market and what will be the new prices coming up. So next year, or maybe for coming up this end of this year, we still have another 5 more new launches coming up. We also want to know what is the prices and next year prices, right? For example, in this, right, we can see that with Dunyan Road area, the developer bought the land at 1,410 per square feet per plot ratio. So meaning to say that minimally in the area in future when they sell to consumer will be 2,009 per square feet. Then over here we have the Bayshore area also, OCR 1388 per square feet per plot ratio. That means they sell to the future buyers maybe 2008 per square feet already minimally. So this is actually not based on location, it's based on how much the developer bought in for the land price. Because as of now, we may be thinking, 2008 per square feet in like, or maybe close to 3,000 per square feet in the CCR area, a bit expensive. But in future, when we see that actually OCR prices are already done at maybe close to 3,000 per square feet, if given a choice, OCR property versus a central region property, similar pricing, just a little bit of difference in the sizes, which one would you choose? So this will be really based on your objective of buying, will you be moving in later part, or are you holding a longer term, and all this will all come into place, alright? So also we have like Holland area, 2009 per square feet in future, minimally. And then the Margaret Drive area, 2006 plus per square feet, minimally also. Main thing, there's also this Chuan Park area OCR. They bought in at 1376 per square feet per plot ratio. So minimally they will be going at 2007 per square feet as well. Right, so let's say if you know what is the quantum. So roughly if let's say a 2,700 PSF, we just use about, for example, 936 square feet. We just do a 936 square feet. This is a typical size for a 3-bedroom. So if a 936 square feet, you times the 2,007 per square feet, right? It will be about 2.6 million. That means Chuan Park minimally in future, of course this is our projection. because developer may have some of the units that are lower in price. These are during the launch, then we will know. Alright, so roughly we just based on 2007 per square feet, it will be about 2.6 million for a 3-bedroom in the area. So you may also want to find out, like, now at this current moment, 2.6 million, what can you buy in the area? Like, for example, just now I mentioned about 2.5 million, we can get a 4-bedroom in Springleaf area. 2.6 plus, we can get actually Hugh Haven, a 4-bedroom with a wide frontage, 5.8 meters. We also want to know all this because we know if today we don't make a decision, if let's say a property comes to you, it's a very good opportunity, and then it comes to you, and then you may be thinking, should I go and look some more or should I take this? Then you will want to know what is the upcoming launches and what would be the prices. Because high chance is that with the same amount of money that you can buy something now, in the next few launches, it may be of a smaller unit type already. Okay, so this makes the current decent size unit, right, more attractive if you value space. Alright, so there's actually buying property, right, is never a one size fits all theory because everyone have different objective and life stages and also strategies, you know. If you are exploring your options, right, DM me and I'll help you to customize a plan to help you with more clarity, right, before you decide on anything. So if you want to find out, like, let's say for a certain price range that you are looking at and what are the 3 bedrooms that are available in the market, you can also DM me and then I'll send you the report that I have, like I did earlier. Right, so when we build wealth through property to real estate, we are not investing in properties, we are investing in better lives. Okay, so this is my TikTok. Feel free to follow me and like my video, and see you the next round. Thank you.